Hi guys, how's it going? It is me, Jack here, and welcome to episode number 4 of the Birmingham City Football Manager 2023 save. I'm really looking forward to bringing you this episode, as today we play Queen's Park Rangers at home in the Sky Bet Championship. Now, before we go through the results and of the last few games, I want to show you a few stats, mainly the Sky Bet Championship table, because as you can see, we are playing 8th placed Queen's Park Rangers at the minute. But 17 games in, we lie 34 points, 3 points off the top of the league because of the Winter World Cup, which hasn't taken place yet. We've played a lot of games in such a short space of time. I think we'll be really happy with how we've done. 34 points from 17. We're a massive 7 points clear of Blackburn in the playoffs. Only 3 points off the top. We're doing quite well. The player stats is another screen I want to show you because Scott Hogan has been a man possessed in the Sky Bet Championship. 16 goals in 17 appearances. Still has a few games where, he doesn't play as well, but then he does come through and score goals in a big way, so we have to be really happy with him. And also another player that stood out, and quite surprisingly as well, John Ruddy at the age of 36, still developing as a goalkeeper and has 10 clean sheets in 17 games, only conceding the 9 goals, which when I checked last time, it was a league best, and it is the best still. And only 9 goals conceded. We've scored quite a few goals as well. Obviously 16 of them is Scott Hogan, but 26 goals. We're up there in the top 5 for goals scored. Really pleased with what we are doing so far. But we'll take a look at the schedule and show you the past few games. Last time out you saw us beat West Brom in quite a tactical 3-2 victory. We followed that up with a 2-0 victory against Coventry City. Hannibal and Somerville getting the 2 goals there. Somerville coming back from his injury for this game. Did well, scored against Coventry, and has hit a decent bit of form, I'd say. Average rate of 7.2, assists as well as scores. Develop him. Could be someone that we look to try and keep hold of permanently in the not too distant future. We played a friendly game in between the international break against Merthyr. 7-0, nothing really to shout about from there. But unfortunately, we came back to our only defeat of this run, our 3rd of the season against Sheffield United. They were just the better side. Unfortunately. They were around about 15th in the league table. Still aren't having the best of seasons, I don't think, in the Sky Bet Championship. 15th. Paul Heckingbottom still in charge, but they were able to battle us for a 1-0 victory. A big victory, though, came against Middlesbrough. They're right up there this season with us, but I think for this game, they weren't actually up there. They were around about mid-table. They've picked up some good form after this defeat. But what a game, what a victory it was for us. 2 goals by that man, Scott Hogan, coming up trumps when we needed it to. We needed him to. But Dale Fry got the opener inside 20 minutes with a set piece from Riley McGree. But when you look at the team and you look at this kind of game, we've really done well. We really dominated. We deserved the 3 points from that. We followed that up with a 3-0 victory against Bristol City. Bellingham, I think this was getting his first goal of the season, has scored another one since then. But as well as him scoring and the fact he's turned 17, he also got himself a proper contract on £800 till 2024, and we'll definitely be looking to try and keep a hold of him permanently, because what a player he could turn out to be. After that victory, we got a 1-0 victory against Hull City. Again, it was Joby Bellingham getting us the victory in this game. Again, another one of them games that we dominated, really good at the back, limiting Hull City to no shots on target. We deserved a victory out of this, and it was a good, clean performance. But you can see when I talk about Scott Hogan, when he has really good games, he scores, he does really well. But there's some games he just goes missing, and you want a striker that's consistently performing at his best, and you can see Hogan 6.6 in this game. He has these inconsistent patches, and we hope that these inconsistent patches only last a few games, which, to be fair, they have been. And then after the 1-0 victory, we got another clean sheet at home against Burnley. Burnley are one of them sides that we expect to be up there this season. They're 5th place in the table under Vincent Kompany. We just couldn't break them down. We just couldn't break that back line down. They limited us to a fair few shots on target. We also limited them, but there was chances for both teams. but it was just a battle of the defences, and a 0-0 draw happened there. And then after that, a 1-0 draw last time out against Blackburn Rovers. Again, an even game, nothing much happened. We picked up an injury to Jonathan Lecco, but Sammy Schmodox gave them the lead, and we bounced back quickly with Hogan. And I thought that might be another one of them games. We've had a fair few of them this season where we go behind and we're able to bounce back and win the game, but we just couldn't develop after that goal, and it finished 1 apiece. But in between the Blackburn game and the QPR game, we have picked up a few injuries. George Friend is currently injured. We're back in 6 days. Hannibal's picked up a little injury, but he's just coming back. Lecco got injured for over a week from that game. Bakuna's out from an injury suffered in training for about the next week and a half. Bielik is the biggest injury. We just got in, again, 24th of October, literally this week, in training. He's out for 3 weeks, and we've got suspension to Maxime Collins. So we have got a little changed 11. We have to play Sanderson at right back. Gardner's going to have to go up Bowen midfielder, and the midfield of Hannibal and Bellingham. I do believe from the fitness test, Hannibal should be fine, not a problem to play there, and we're going to have Bellingham next to him. But we're going to have to develop, we're going to have to try these different little things and hope that they can work for us today against QPR. The reason I've came back for QPR, not a little bit later like I was going to come here, is because QPR are one of them sides where they're 8th in the table, they're only 8 points from us. If they win, they are going to start to creep back in, and we don't know, we're over-exceeding in terms of expectations at the minute, and I don't really know where we're going to end up finishing come the end of the year, because we could go in a massive dip of form and really just flounder and get back into the mid-table positions, or we could just continue, and that's what's happening at the minute. We're just developing, we're getting so many different opportunities, good wins, and we could end up just flying high. We're only a few points away from these top 2 sides. But I don't think there's anything else really much more to show you other than the club vision. The owners still haven't sold the club. They're not actively, I don't think, looking to sell, because, I'm starting to think about the future with this club. And when I go to the finances, we're really starting to lose money. We're going to be in massive debts come the end of the season. And the only way that this current ownership will be able to develop, and us as a club will be able to strengthen, is if we're able to somehow get to the Premier League next year. If we don't, then I hate to say that this team is going to look a lot different next season, because we're going to lose up to 7 loan players. We'll only have a squad of 16. A few players are going on a free transfers as well. It really is grim. Makes grim reading. The one thing I did want to say though is there was one loan player that I looked to try and keep a hold of, and I'm definitely looking to keep a hold of, is Austin Trusty. He's only valued between 80 and 800k, and we did agree a value for him, but he wanted around £20,000, and at the moment that's just not going to work for us in our budgets. But this will be a player that we definitely do want to keep a hold of, so we'll just have to see how it goes. I'm trying to think of anything else really to tell you about. Nothing really much more to report. So without further ado, let's get into Queen's Park Rangers at home. A game that will hopefully can try and get 3 points as we edge closer to the end of this sort of first spell before the international break. Let's run you through today's lineup. We've got Ruddy starting in goal, a back 4 of Sanderson, Roberts, Trusty and Langello. We've got Gary Gardner sitting at the ball-winning midfielder role. Bellingham and Hannibal completing that midfield, and that front 3 again of Somerville, Chong and Scott Hogan. On the bench, we've got Harley Dean, George Friend, Hall, James Plaqueta, who's making a rare appearance on the bench, Jukovic and Troy Deeney. That was the last thing I wanted to mention. Troy Deeney has been horrific for me. You can see, apart from them 2 goals in the Carabao Cup, I've slated him on 2 occasions. The second occasion, he started to be a little bit edgy with me, saying that I was to blame. 11 games, no goals. He comes off the bench a lot, doesn't make an impact, and it really is not very good for us at the minute. He's the only backup striker we've got to Scott Hogan, so I do look to bring on Deeney when Hogan hasn't done much. We've got Lucas Jukovic here as well, who I don't like because his physicals are appalling. And half the reason this club is in insecure finances is because we have men like him linked into contracts till 2024, and he's on £15,000 a week. He's definitely going to be a player that we look to try and get rid of in January, because the wages he's on are astronomical. I've just realised there we can't submit this squad, so Paqueta's going to have to sit on the bench, sit on the reserves again, and probably Neil Etheridge will have to just come in on the bench. Because we've got so many loan players, we just are limited so much to people that we can have on the bench. Only 5 players were allowed within that first team. And obviously we're in a bit of an injury crisis at the minute, so we're really, really desperate to keep injuries down and use these loan players to full effect. I'll say in the dressing room, the fans turn up through thick and thin. Let's give them 3 points as they travel to St Andrews here today. Birmingham versus QPR. There's our team. I love these graphics. I know I mention it every time I say them, but they're just so phenomenal. There's QPR's lineup. Some big players in there. Ethan Laird, I remember. Elias Chair's a really good championship player. Very creative mind. And as I say, a victory for them could see them get edge closer to the top 6. I look at that top 5 though. Teams like Middlesbrough, QPR, Watford, Norwich. You've not even got Sheffield United up there yet. West Brom are still outside of the playoffs. And if them teams start to push through, which we expect, then it only means that teams like Birmingham will end up sliding down. But from the first 17 games, you can see that we have got a lot of quality in this team. And I'm hoping we can get 3 points today. Tyler Roberts scores his 14th goal of the season. Even though QPR are 8th in the league, they've got a goal scorer in the form of Tyler Roberts on loan from Leeds United. And it's a good bit of play from them there as they get the lead. Ethan Laird on this left-hand side finds Dozzo. And it's a battle between Tyler Roberts and Austin Trusty. And QPR, unfortunately, we've got to turn this round very quickly here. They're playing this narrow 4-1-2-2-1 system, which doesn't look very nice. But we could bounce back here. Trusty with the header. Dieng clutching the ball in his hands. The highlight isn't finished there though. Dieng hoofs it. Don't head this away. Keep hold of it. We have Roberts to Trusty. Out wide to Longello. There could be a run being made here. I mean, I don't know who he's tried to find there, but it's not a Birmingham City man. Dieng hoofs it. He is Trusty. Heads it onto Gardner. We're very sloppy here. This isn't going well for us at the minute. Chair finds Ethan Laird. I thought he was a right back, so I don't know what he's doing on the left. Slot it in. Roberts. This is not going well. Tyler Roberts is eating our defence alive at the moment. We are 2-0 down. I mean, this is not... We've got to change this up. We've got to go more direct because this is not working at the minute. Trying to play the short play. We're not playing it. We're just hoofing the ball anywhere. We've got to play it to feet. And let's encourage them. 20 minutes in. This has not been a good start. You can see as the more other teams start winning, we start losing. Their gaps start to close. And I can see us slipping down if we don't remain consistent. Roberts hits the ball over. Hogan knocks it on. That's a goal. Is it onside? It's not. I've just seen there the assistant referee running on the side. Puts his flag up. And that would have been a great goal just to get us back into this. I'd like a goal before half-time just to give us that confidence to keep going. Chong on it now. What is that touch with his head? We get it back off Tyler Roberts. And we can start another attack. Hannibal Medjbury. I thought he'd get that, but Dieng intervenes and he hoofs it forward. We can get it now with Sanderson, who I very rarely, I don't think I have played him at right back this season. We play him more as a centre back when we have him, because I think that's his best position. And just because the lack of numbers at the back, he's had to fill in at right back. I've been lucky, touch wood, that Longello hasn't had an injury yet, because left back is just as weak. Good save by John Rudding. We very rarely concede a lot of goals, so I would have been disappointed if we'd have conceded again. Elias Chair whips it in. Chong clears it. Johansson still wins the ball back for QPR, sorry. I thought Hogan would get that there. We have got it back. Just close it out, lads. Come on. Somerville. Oh, that's it. That's the end of the highlight. And that could be the end of the first half. Disappointing. Really, really disappointing stuff. I'm going to thrash our arms here. Get your acts together, boys. Let's make a difference in the second half and try and turn around this game. We've already had a 3-2 victory on YouTube. Let's get another one for you all today. Hogan, see, this is the type of game. He's not consistent. He's just going lower and lower. That match rating, 6.3. It got to at one point. Let's pause it an hour in. How do we change this up? I'm going to play it more lower, and I want us to play it on the counter attack. So when we get the ball, we just counter, because we're not having the opportunities here to do anything. We need to bring on pace. I can't bring on Deeney. Let's bring on Jordan James. Oh my goodness me! This is the first time I'm looking at the bench. I'm just thinking I don't even know what to do and who to bring on. But we'll bring on George Hall to see what he can do. It's just a lack of options. It really, really is. Sanderson we can't take off. I can take off for Dean, but what's Dean going to do on the right hand side with that lack of pace? And it's 6'3". I don't really want to bring him on. I'm going to take off Hannibal. I know he's one of our better players, but we're just not getting anything from him at the moment. And I'll keep this going for another 10 minutes. I might take Hogan off and bring on Deeney to see how we can get on. Langelo's a game away from suspension, so let's bring on George Friend. I know he's only just coming back from his injury, but this game looks like it's not going our way. We do have a highlight. Can we get the ball off Queen's Park Rangers here, or is Roberts going to get it? No, our Roberts gets it over Tyler. Sanderson to James. What can he do? I'd love it if Deeney could get a goal. Sanderson to Hall. Roberts. Sanderson. I just thought Deeney being, from, loving Birmingham, I thought it'd be really, really good for us this year. Hasn't happened yet. Friend, Chong. We get it back, luckily. Troy Deeney strikes it. That's the goal that I needed from Troy Deeney. His first goal in the league. We runs to the ball as we try and get this game quickly kicked off. It's working, this counter-attacking system. It was so scrappy. You can see, look at this Friend. He tries to get the ball, loses it. Chong passes it. I mean, look at that. It's just pinging around. What a strike from Deeney in that deep line forward position. From deep, gets the ball. And we can try and push on now. Look at this. Johansson to Rob Dickey. Let's get the ball back. We have done. Friend to Ruddy. Come on. Could we turn this game on its head? 14 minutes to go. Don't kick this, Ruddy, because we always say to just distribute it to someone close. Of course, he just kicks it. Balogun. James. Deeney can't get there. Laird. He's been really good today. Somerville gets it back, though. Somerville. Look at the pace. He could just run with the ball for days. Trusty Friend. Friend getting involved. Chong. Turns and, oh my goodness me, the pace is exhilarating. Dickey gets it back. Bellingham intervenes. Deeney's there in the middle. Troy Deeney makes it 2-2. And I was slating him earlier on. But what a goal that is. What a big, big goal that could be. 78 minutes in. We are equal at St Andrews. And I tell you what, let's just go for it. Attacking, encourage. We'll sit deep, I suppose, but yeah, we won't change anything up here. Let's just go attacking. That's all we can do. Not change anything else. Just go and grab the winner. That's all we can do. 4 minutes to go. We have oh my goodness me, a corner. Bellingham. Trusty. It's there! What a turnaround this is. Goodness me, you get the best videos here on YouTube. What a turnaround. Let's just stop doing everything we normally do and get time wasting. What a game this has been. Oh my goodness. Goodness me. Austin Trusty. I keep saying Aaron. Trusty with the header. His first of the season. Oh my words. I'm trying to close this out as much as possible. I'm disciplined. Dribbling less. Set as time waste. Don't even work the ball in the box. I don't even know what to say. Wow. That is unbelievable. Has it worked? That could be, I said it in the last episode, that could be a big victory. This is a huge 3 points. Troy Deeney, you have turned this around. Wow. I'm actually speechless. Troy Deeney, I need to have a word with you before we end this episode and just say thank you. Let's praise him. He was superb. I'm getting all the accolades for that 3-2 victory. Wow. That puts us second in the league as well. Watford losing. I think Middlesbrough might have lost as well. We're 3 points off Norwich. We are into the promotion places, 18 games in. I am astounded. Well done, Birmingham City. That's the fight and the desire that we needed. And I hope you have enjoyed that game as well. We're going to come back for probably around the January period. We'll play the international break. I'll play these games off camera. And hopefully we'll come back against Middlesbrough and be still sniffing around this top 6 hunt. If you enjoyed the video, remember to subscribe, like the video as well, and comment any suggestions about what we can do in January with a lack of finances. And I'll catch you for the next episode of this Birmingham Save very soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.